Hi, I'm Brad with Vasko Speed Performance. We're out here at the shop. I've been wanting to do a YouTube for a while, so I figured, you know what, let's try it. A couple cool things going on in the shop right now, so figured what better time to do it, and we can kind of document some of the things that we're doing. I just hired Matthew, that's who's filming now, so he's out here helping me out, so it kind of gives us a little bit more, ability to make the videos. So a little bit about myself. So I've been doing this since 2014. Had some guys help me over the years and on and off, and I was just doing it part-time, but for the past 2 years, I've been doing it full-time. So we do anything from like turbo kits to wiring to roll cages, pretty much you name it, mostly domestic. Every once in a while we'll dabble into some fabrication on some imports, but most of the stuff we do is domestic drag racing stuff. So let's go ahead and go in the shop and we'll check and see what we got in there right now. So this is the shop. We got 3 bays. This is Danny's Nova. It's a 1967 Nova that we're doing a twin turbo kit on. While I was here, he wanted a belly pan, so we went ahead and made a belly pan for it. Still working on the turbo kit, as you can see. We got to make the downpipes for it. Over here we have Bosch's CTSV. It's got a 427 LS in it, and we are building a turbo kit for it. So we got the turbo kit built and finished the tube front end, and it's got a 98 millimeter turbo, I believe. And so we are gonna wait on the intercooler to show up for that so we can get this side of it knocked out. But yeah, that's kind of what we're doing right now. But we got a new project coming out. It's a 1967 Ford F100, and it's going to be a full build. So we're going to document that whole process on our channel. So stick around and we'll show you what we got. So here it is, guys. This is a 1967 Ford F100. Our customer Tracy brought it to us. He had this big build that he wanted to do, and we were more than happy to do it. So we kind of negotiated and talked about all the different things that he wanted and his objectives. The truck's not 100% perfect, but it's good because he's gonna drive it. He wants to enjoy the truck. He wants to take it out and just beat it. So I'm not gonna exactly tell you what power plant and everything we're doing to it, but I want you guys to maybe take some guesses. But we've ordered a whole bunch of parts for it. They should be showing up soon. This truck is it's got a small block Ford in it, and we're gonna do suspension, engine, transmission, some other goodies. So it's gonna be an exciting one. So it's gonna be a lengthy process. So we're gonna do a whole video on tearing that truck down, and then the installation of all the parts from start to finish, the whole build. So it'll be an exciting one to stick around for. So
good deal. Yeah, and this will just be kind of an intro to the truck and the channel and everything from here. Then as we make progress on the truck, we'll have good videos of that stuff as well. So
I'm excited. This one's gonna be fun.
Yeah, this is gonna be a neat one for sure. Carb life. Sure sounds good though. Look at him muscle that thing. Well, we're gonna get this thing in here, and we'll start some disassembly on it, and got some parts coming in here soon, and we'll go over those as soon as they all get here. As you can tell, Brad got the cab and the bed and everything off the truck. He's getting ready to start disassembly and everything of the suspension, the motor, all that stuff. What are your thoughts, Brad?
Yeah, so I'm excited. It'll be fun to get this thing down. We were like sitting there thinking about it, like, hey, what's the best way to go about this? And we're like, man, I think everything out in the open is going to be the best option. Obviously, you don't want to try and do, cutting the frame and everything with the bed and stuff on it. So we figured, let's just take it all apart, have it out in the open, and be able to work on it like this. But It's so funny, like looking at it this way, it reminds me of like Tim and Toolman Taylor, you know, when he was like back in the day.
Yeah, right. Right.
But yeah, it's cool when you can see it like this, but it'll be easy to take the engine out and take everything apart and start, you know, cutting all the crap off of it that we don't need and get going with the new stuff. So
Yeah, because essentially with all the QA1 stuff, we're going to get rid of all the factory location, suspension, everything, and then it's all new QA1.
yeah,
Rear suspension,
a
front.
lot of rivets and stuff like that. We're gonna have to be cutting off for these shock mounts. I assume those come off, and I know the leaf springs are coming off. Luckily, these ones are already bolted on, so we can just unbolt those.
Yeah,
get
that's
the old
nice.
exhaust out of the way, the rear end out of there, and start going to town on it. So
Heck yeah. And we got a bunch of the parts showed up. Brad was like a kid in a candy store and started dissecting the boxes already. But just a stack of QA1 parts.
some of the front suspension over here. These back pieces are for the rear suspension. This is like part of the cradle for the front suspension. And this is like the lower piece, and there's an upper piece that goes on there. And as we're putting them in, we'll go in more in depth on everything, kind of show you what we're doing. But so far, everything's come. That's really, really nice, good quality stuff with really good instructions, and they've got some pretty cool templates and stuff. So whenever you're going to C-notch the frame, that you're not guessing where it needs to go. You have these bolts that go into it. So pretty nice stuff so far. So I'm pretty impressed. I think it'd be cool.
Heck yeah. Yeah, pretty much all we got to do now is, give Brad some cutting tools and let him start cutting some stuff up.
Yeah, it makes some noise. Yeah, it'll be fun to be sitting there with an air chisel chiseling out rivets and stuff.
Yeah. Cool. Well, let's get to it.
All right.
That's pretty snazzy.
Yeah, just cuts it clean off there.
And then that way you don't damage the
metal as much.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Cool little tip. Huh, that's pretty neat. Yeah, and you use that way it doesn't damage the metal. And then you can just cut like rivets clean off the frame rail there.
Yeah, or if you have like a flange you want to cut off, you want to cut it off straight and not damage the part.
Right. Well, we got a lot of those rivets to cut out.
We're gonna be busy.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, cool little tool Brad wanted to show me. Pretty cool. He's got all the fancy stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, like up here, the plasma is really gonna be helpful for cutting this stuff out.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff to cut out.
Tons of welds on there.
Yeah, I'll have to cut all that out.
And in the instructions, they show like leaving some of that in there, but I'd like to get as much of it out of there as possible.
Well, most people aren't going to use a plasma. They're just going to sawzall it and just hope for the best.
Yeah.
But at least we'll have the plasma to do it. Yeah, all this stuff will be gone. Everything up here. And then the subframe will bolt in underneath of it.
And then on top too, it's like a bottom. It's like a two-piece deal.
Oh, okay.
Around it, so. Yeah, but these will be gone. All of this will be gone. The motor mounts will be gone. So it should be pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
Well, I guess we start getting to cutting, right?
Yep. I can't take Brad anywhere.
I'm just checking out the good of this thing. Look at that.
Man, is that a barbecue grill? What is that thing?
I think that's a power generator for your house. You've got a gas tank at the bottom.
Dang. What do you need that for?
Pulling cargo trailers.
Oh. Picking up some bigger jack stands for the F100 project. What do you got there?
Look at that fucking shovel that folds up. I think we need it. Well, I don't know what we're going to do with it, but I guess you could bury things with it.
All right, so Brad's been chipping away at the F100 project here. He's been getting the rear suspension all buttoned up on it, and the front suspension's all buttoned up on it. And we're getting to a point where we're waiting on more parts to show up. So we're at a pretty good stopping point with it as far as this video goes. So what do you think about everything that you've done so far?
Honestly, I can't say enough good things about the kit. The QA1 really nailed it with everything. Like that front suspension fits really, really well. If you're thinking about doing this, I know it's an expensive kit, but it is well worth the money. Just how everything bolts into place, and you're not guessing and measuring. They have a lot of really cool templates, like to know where to drill bolt holes if you don't have them. So you can like stick the cardboard template up here into this hole, and it tells you where to drill the holes for the front sway bar. We have a rear sway bar also. We just didn't put it on yet because that's not the rear end. We're not gonna leave that rear end in there. That one's just a factory one. So we're getting I believe it's a strange 9-inch for it with an aluminum center section. We're gonna upgrade the axles and put whatever gears in it that they recommend. But the rear suspension turned out really good. It's a torque arm setup, so this is pretty much like my Camaro, which super simple. Everything's nice and beefy. Like everything bolts onto this rear end, the same it's going to bolt onto the new rear end, which is nice.
Yeah, all those brackets and stuff are massive.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
that
bit rowdy thick stuff. So definitely cool. But we wanted to get this in here and make sure we kind of had everything squared away, and it looks like it's going to work good. Plus, we can use this rear end for mock-up, so when the new one shows up. But we're going to make all of our brake lines and fuel lines and try to get that stuff started. So you can see we've already got our front brake lines made. We got some bulkhead fittings here, so that way we can have the cab come down on it, and then we have the front lines being made by Finish Lines. They're going to make those for us and drop those off soon. But yeah, it's really making good progress, and like you said, we're running out of parts to put on it. So this is pretty much all the QA1 suspension we ordered. We could put the rear brakes on, but there's no point in putting them on this rear end. So
right.
We need the gas tank and things like that. So, but we figured it'd be a good stopping point for now. But yeah, we're gonna get the stuff made and then buzz it all back apart, paint the frame. So hopefully the next time you see it, the frame will be looking, cherry and nice and clean. So
yeah, and then we'll be in a position where we can start fitting the cab and stuff back on it and kind of
wiring harnesses.
Yeah, figuring out where the wiring and stuff's going to go.
Have electric parking brakes for the rear, so we got to run the wiring harnesses for that.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool thing with the wheelwood brakes, is having the electric parking brake.
Yeah, since this truck's going to be a manual, we wanted to be able to have a parking brake, and trying to figure out cables and stuff for parking brakes is kind of a pain. So the electric parking brake's a little bit more money, but we thought it was a cool addition, so we went ahead and splurged on that side of stuff. So
heck yeah.
Yeah, it's coming along pretty good. So good progress. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's going to do it for this video.
Yeah.
And hopefully when we get back, we're going to try and do videos, hopefully not every couple months, but at least do 1 or 2 a month if we can.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I haven't made a YouTube before, so learning the whole, hey, you need to stop and film and try and get content as we're going. So I'm usually just go. But hopefully we can be better about it and try to keep consistent videos going. So, yeah.
Good deal. Heck yeah, we got something exciting coming up after this video too. So the next one will be pretty exciting. It probably won't be about this, maybe about something else coming in.
You don't know. You never know.
Yep.
So, but we'll see. Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. Brad and I are going to get back to work, and I'll try and get this video chopped up, edited, and out the door sooner than later. I know he's been on me pretty hard about getting this video done.
I have not.
But like I said, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep following along.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, you got it. No, you
Yeah.
got it. Comment, like, subscribe.
So
Yep.
follow us, and we'll have some cool content, hopefully. So,
Vasko Speed Performance.
Yep. Thanks.
Check it out.
What do you think would be a good thing?
I don't know. I always say thanks for watching. Don't forget, comment, like, subscribe. Just like everybody else. I mean, it's all the same.
You say thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Like what?
Comment, like, subscribe.
Comment, like, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Is that I have to write that thing down and forget it. I would. Okay, how about I go to you and then you say comment, like, and subscribe? Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe.
You did such a good job. What do you have to say for yourself?
Well, I pretty much miss excellence.
All right, guys. So Brad's been chipping.
What? I didn't even say anything.
Yeah, I know, but you were like, oh, God, here we go already. Didn't even have time to think about it.
Open the whole truck.